The core and the king, the friends lost along the way, and the big-ass meteor about to wipe out all amphibians. Finally, we got to look into Andrias' past, and what we found is alarming. Is the real calamity yet to come? Andrias betraying the core, and Marcy beyond saving? We are breaking down the latest episode to find the answers to these questions. What was supposed to be funny child's play turned out to be the one single event that set the whole story of Amphibia into motion. When Leif accidentally touched the Calamity Box's gemstones, she had a vision of Amphibia's downfall. But what she saw were not only the consequences of Andrias draining the lands of their resources. Amphibia's moon is crashing into the planet, threatening to erase the entire world and all of its inhabitants. According to Leif, this event is triggered by overusing the music box, what is apparently disturbing the order of the multiverse. Now we finally know why the box is called Calamity Box. More importantly though, the multiverse Leif is referring to is not merely a term describing the coexistence of worlds and dimensions. Rather, the multiversal ecosystem can be interpreted as an intangible force or existence that serves the purpose of keeping the single worlds in place and of preventing problematic cases of overlapping. The gems are connected to that force. Maybe they emerged from it, made of pure cosmic energy, in a process similar to the Big Bang. Due to that special connection, the immense occurrence of cosmic energy seems to be disrupting the multiverse's functionality, so that the worlds slip out of the multiverse's control. As a result of the recent traveling between Earth and Amphibia, the two planets could be pulled towards one another and are set on colliding. Although the planet shown in Leif's vision reminds me more of Amphibia's moon, so instead it's likely the gems maintain a unique kind of gravity that pulls the closest cosmic bodies to them, in this case the moon. Alternatively, thinking of the multiverse as more of a spiritual force, seeing that prophecies and destiny are also a thing, the imminent collision could also be nature's mechanism to correct the anomaly the gemstones represent. However, in spite of the collision being possible, there is no guarantee it will actually occur in the show. I can't quite imagine the characters dealing with that, and I doubt the Calamity powers are great enough to bring the moon's fall to a halt. The main influence of the Calamity waiting to happen on the main characters in the current time is threatening them into not using the box anymore, meaning that after the resistance defeats the enemy, the girls will be sent home, and that is the final time the music box will be used. For the sake of the worlds, Anne and the Plantars must refrain from seeing each other ever again. Regarding the sake of the worlds, it was kind of a surprise that Leif and Beryl were totally fine with the invasions and only began opposing the use of the Calamity Box upon learning Amphibia is in danger. Yet, the case was that the king did not inform the public about the fact that the world's inhabitants are exterminated, what even Andrias regarded as morally questionable. Conceivably, the king made everyone believe their conquests are a win-win situation for all parties involved, because the amphibians would bring advanced science and prosperity to the other worlds in return for their resources, similar to Sozin's philosophy in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Anyway, Leif, who by the way was a planter, decided to steal the box and escaped on a Mossman, which is the Mossman Anne and Wally saw in Season 1. She made her way to the Mother of Ones, who taught her about the prophecy before she brought the box to Earth. Having arrived on Earth, Leif wrote a hidden message on a vase. The truth is, she left that message for Andrias. She and him created the invisible ink, wanting to exchange messages between only the two of them. Why would she do that after betraying him? Because she never stopped believing he will ultimately do the right thing, and was hoping that if Andrias had a talk with the Mother of Ohms, he would would understand that the dark future needs to be averted. She never gave up on him because Andrias really was, and likely still is, a good guy at heart, suggesting that he may betray the core in the most crucial moment. In the end, the main motive for his actions was the desire for his father's approval, or as his father phrased it, redemption. Andrias was made to believe that he did something wrong, and the only way to be a good person was to support the core with the invasion. Additionally, Andrias did not try to question that logic anymore after he lost trust in his closest friends, hence in the ideals he associated with their friendship. He needs to realize that his father's and the core's acknowledgement will not repair his broken heart. He must be shown that true friendship exists through witnessing the girls and the Plantars' bond. If he comes to learn that Leif was right about not using the box anymore, he will discover she suffered just as much due to her departure as he did, and that they were real friends after all. If and when that realization occurs, Andrias will choose to take his last shot at real redemption. Nonetheless, Leif's actions are the reason Andrias believes frogs need to be kept in line. Accordingly, Andrias implemented the Toad's rule over the frogs in the valley by sending Beryl to the outskirts, where he became the first leader of Toad Tower. Perhaps Andrias' opinions could have been the cause for the entire racial conflict between frogs and toads. And regardless of Andrias' final choice, the damage he has done is irreversible. Especially the pain and suffering Marcy was put through will keep tormenting her for all her life. The new episode provided one positive and one worrying update concerning Marcy's condition. On one hand, the core mentioned Marcy's consciousness is locked away and has not been absorbed. Basically, since they are not connected, when freeing Marcy from the core, their minds don't have to be separated at a high risk, meaning the extraction's repercussions will not be very severe. On the other hand, the feared harm has already been dealt. The machine the core was attached to sadly erased Marcy's memories. We can take this at face value, as the process completion was confirmed by Andrias sighing. There is also no chance that Andrias secretly stopped the erasure, because the core would have immediately noticed. Only one hope remains for Marcy. A part of her consciousness could potentially be stored inside of the green gemstone. When Anne gives her the gem power back, Marcy might regain all of the memories up to the point when the power had left her body. I'm not sure if that would do the plot any good, considering that she would not remember her bad experiences. That way, her character development takes an immense step back, and overall, it's just super anticlimactic. Though admittedly, this outcome would be perfectly in line with Disney's usual ultimate happy ending policy.